Hi, it's Saturday, and you are watching Project Life Size. This is my last week as the Saturday Viewer of the Month. Gotta thank Shan once again for this opportunity. So, this week's topic heartbreak. I think my first heartbreak was a very typical one in some respects. And in other respects, it leads me to identify with all of the women who have made videos this week, except for Shan, because I haven't seen hers yet. It's Friday, but I have to send Shan the video before. Anyway, but I'm sure I'll identify in some way with Shan's. Okay, so in high school, I sat next to a young man, very cute, very charming, funny, smart, in one class. And we were friends throughout the whole year. I think we went on like one date, like in February or something like that. And I really kind of thought we would go to prom together. He was a senior, I was a junior. So we're sitting around talking in a group of us, and are you gonna go to prom? And so, yeah, yeah. And are you gonna go to prom? Yeah, yeah. And then someone asked him, are you gonna go? And he says yes. And I was like, oh. And I turned back to the front of my, face the front of the classroom, and I'm a little tear. I'm like all bummed out because I really wanted him to ask me, and I really kind of thought he would. I have no idea why I thought that, but I did. And then a note pops onto my desk. And it was him saying that when he said he was going to go to prom, he wanted to go to prom and he wanted to know if I would go with him. And I was over the moon happy, and I was thinking I had the whole romantic thing in my head. I was probably going to lose my virginity, la 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 la, and the whole deal. No. He was basically taking me as a friend. And at this point, I can identify with what Megan is saying. Megan was saying at the end of her video, you don't change for other people. You can't change who you are to have someone else love you. So true. And I'll tell you why in a second. And then Gretchen was talking about, but express yourself anyway. And I can't agree more. Regardless of if someone loves you back, it's going to be a bummer if they don't. But you know what? We are here to live our lives, and part of living our lives is expressing our feelings, and I totally agree with Gretchen's video. And then watching Crystal's video on Wednesday, she could have picked some easy, fluffy, earlier in her life, something easy to discuss, and she didn't. She was so brave and so courageous and talked about something that is still painful and still raw to her, and I say kudos to you, Crystal, for going through that, because every time you challenge yourself, you grow a little bit, in my opinion. And then watching Jesse's video, it was like comparing little heartbreaks to bigger heartbreaks, and seeing her see that revelation of, well, this is just the first, and but I could talk about this other thing some other time, and then having that comparison. Okay, so I was obsessed with this boy. I would drive by his house after the prom, and he was kind of like, the night of the prom, we had a great time at the prom, danced, had a blast, and then afterwards we kind of like go to a friend of his, we went on a double date. His dad like had a trailer or Winnebago or something somewhere, and we went, and basically this boy's having to slow me down, sexually. Kind of embarrassing, because I obviously put this person in a bad situation. Why? Well, years later, when the internet comes up, I made a video about this, and I searched for him, like with the whole high school searches and things like that, and I found him, and I told him that I still had the letter that he wrote me asking me to the prom, and he thought that was kind of sweet. And then he showed me his picture, and he had lost all his baby fat, and he was cute and hunky. And then he showed me his partner. He's gay. He was kind of like gay always, kind of coming out to himself in high school. And he just asked me to the prom to be nice. And so here's this girl like all over him, and he's like, yo, please, woman. And so, of course, there's nothing I could have ever done to change myself, to make myself attractive to him, because, I don't have a penis. Can't change myself that much. No, maybe I can lower the volume of my voice. Maybe I can work on that. Maybe, but it's doubtful. You gotta love me the way I am. Loud voice and all. But I don't regret for an instant being so obsessed with him. I really can't say love, because to me, love implies knowing someone, and communication, and involvement, and growth, and all sorts of stuff. But I don't regret for a moment what I thought was love, and putting it out there, and being hurt, and going through all the stuff afterwards where, you know, because after prom, not much school left, and then he's off to college, and I missed it, and I talked about him for months, and all my friends were like, oh, please, Elena, oh my gosh. And then it was so raw. And then, like what Jesse was saying, comparing earlier, smaller hurts to help you with bigger hurts later on in life. And that's so true. I really think that how we deal with heartbreak, small initial heartbreaks, can help us deal with major heartbreaks later on. Because in my opinion, you know, slamming the door on heartbreak and running away from the problem isn't it. It's dealing with it. It's going through all that. It's seeing, like watching Crystal's video, everything that she's going through. And then later on, maybe you'll be able to deal with another heartbreak better. So I'm looking forward to Shan's video and seeing what she has to say, that I can find something to identify with. And I want to commend the women this week. They've really done an amazing job of challenging themselves. A couple of the girls did not want to talk about this topic, and they did anyway. And challenging yourself leads to growth, and that's what I hope you all do this last year. And once again, congratulations and good luck to you, and take care of each other. Peace.